So Charlie, in your new album, I know that you revised 2 songs from your first 2 albums. What made you decide to redo The Lost Platoon?
In October of 2018, the guys decided we're going to get together. We met in upstate New York, and the original plan was for some dinner, some drinks, a few laughs, some reminiscences, find out what everybody was doing. That was the original plan. What actually happened was we got together, we spent a week rehearsing, and we decided we enjoyed it so much we were going to continue after that. But one of the things that we decided on was to take a hard look at some of the songs from our first 2 albums and see if we could update them, make them relevant. I know that a lot of groups were writing songs against the government. A lot of groups were writing about tuning in and dropping out and all that sort of stuff. I think our concern always was for the guys who were actually fighting the war, not the least of that concern being that everybody, by virtue of selective service, was that close to going themselves. Guys I knew from high school died over there, and I've gone and visited the memorial in Washington, D.C., and looked up their names there. Also, I was reminded of the Buffalo Springfield lyric, "Step out of line, the man comes and take you away," which happened to a lot of guys that I knew in college who dropped out and then found themselves en route to Vietnam. So our concern always was really for the guys who were over there in the jungles and fighting the battles. It was very personal on that level, less institutional, more personal. So I want to talk a little bit about recording Lost Platoon, and maybe a little bit about Our Country Is Still Okay. Lost Platoon, I got a chance to exercise some of that classical music that I had been studying through high school. First of all, because the opening of the song starts with a section of Gregorian chant, specifically the Dies Irae. Dies Irae, Dies Illa, which is from the Requiem Mass, and it's a prayer which is chanted for the dead. Interestingly enough, it's also a musical motif, di-ta, 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 ta, or you'll hear di-ta, ta, ta, di-ta, dum, oftentimes in the soundtrack of vampire or zombie movies. For some reason, composers pick up on that, but chanting that at the beginning. And then I vividly remember walking into the recording studio at Radio City and seeing a full-sized Hammond B3 organ with a full pedal board. And so the first 8 chords of Lost Platoon, which are dun, dun, dum, 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 right? I was actually playing the bass notes on the pedal board at the same time because I had studied organ. And so it gave it a nice full sound. I was delighted to be able to exercise some of my classical chops on that piece. Jesu Domine, dona eis requiem. Amen.
senses paralyzed.